reach what can generously be called an amphitheater area. It's like Shakespeare in the Park type situation, right? It's a lot of people sitting on picnic blankets, a lot of people just being as well. But they're all focused on a stage that's in front of them. They're all waiting for performance. Behind the stage, ringed around the Holocaust lad apparatus, is basically a series of interconnected tents. Think like a ring of tents. They bear the Tachyon Laboratories logo. Presumably that's where the heavies are. There's also just a ton of armed guards all around.
Let's split up and investigate these tents. See what's going on inside.
Yeah, let's tent it up.
I want to remind you that you have VIP passes.
Excellent.
Beyond the backstage area, there are 3 tents of note. You'll each pick one of them. I'll roll dice to determine which one you each get. We'll start with Felix. Now, I want to note this. Since you're splitting up, none of you know what the others are doing. You can just disregard that. Felix, you reach a tent and flash your ID badge. The 2 guards nod and they let you in. This is your old pal Charles Lindbergh's tent. It's very nice. It's like a posh dressing room, basically. He's standing on like this small pedestal being fitted into an astro suit of some kind. It looks like one of those old-timey diving suits.
Oh, so Lindbergh is going in the rocket.
Yes, that was established in the first step.
All right, well, maybe I forgot. We've done like 3 of these over the course of a month. They all take 7 hours and are recorded at 9 p.m. for some reason. I'm going to forget some things.
The thing that you've asked me for a year to do again.
It's all about timing, dude. All right, let's go. Let's figure this rocket shit out.
Okay, he's basically doing like last-second adjustments to his spacesuit. There are 2 engineers from Tachyon Laboratories fitting him, taking his vitals, things of that nature. He sees you and hails you over. Lieutenant! Good to see you. Come to see me off, huh?
Yeah. Before you go on that big rocket, just wanted to give you a classic hello.
Come closer.
I would love to come closer to you. I'm going to do it. I move my legs to come closer to my friend Charles Lindbergh, the pilot, and soon-to-be spaceman.
He waves away the 2 Tachyon Laboratory scientists to indicate.
Yeah, go have fun with those other suckers.
Here. Now, have you gotten to the bottom of all this?
I just mind my business, honestly.
What?
Yeah, I'm not like everyone in this fucking tent. They remind me of fucking pigeons, just going around crumbs of bread and shit. Like won't mind their fucking business. Y'all say that I don't have a fucking problem. It's them. They just remind me. They're fucking hungry. They want to get up in everyone else's shit. Not me, dude. I just do my shit. Y'all want to call me the fucking drug addict? I'm not.
Have you found out who sabotaged the rocket?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was one of these fucking people because they're always in somebody's fucking business, telling them. Like, oh, you can't go on the rocket because blah, blah, blah. Y'all need to work on your fucking selves.
I'm sorry, Did you find out or not?
No, I didn't even come close. I didn't even really try, though, honestly.
Aren't you glad you sent Felix into this tent?
It might be easier for the 3 of you to crawl through each tent together. If you want to revise your original plan.
No, I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm laying a verbal trap for him.
He's not your enemy.
Yeah, he is.
He's your only ally in this.
He's literally going in the rocket. He is part of the problem. Anyway, yeah, I like to mind my business, but I think that harlot over there, she, recycling that one, we think she fucked up the rocket.
Slimes?
Yeah.
But she's here. She's going out. She's going to perform any minute now.
Yeah, people are fake as fuck. What's new?
So this one's going to explode as well.
Yeah, no, these hoes will kill you.
So what did she do?
I don't know. I don't know how the fuck she did it. I don't know how rockets works. I don't know how you'd break one. But, she did some of that magic.
Lieutenant, you're a dear friend of mine.
I am.
As you know, listening to your radio program means that I am your friend.
Exactly. You're actually, I'm a better friend to you than anyone you know in your real life.
So tell me now, if I should not go into that rocket.
You absolutely should not.
All right, well, that settles it. We have to go see Enoch.
We gotta tell him. When your friend is dating a girl and she's like performing dark incantations and she's from a netherworld and she wants to kill your friend with your rocket, this is not good. You gotta tell him.
He strides out of that tent, and you follow. We will go to Matt now. You go to the backstage area. You got an all-access pass.
Oh, yeah, I'm accessing everything. Backing that access up.
Okay, you see whatever the 20s equivalent of roadies are. The porters moving around, auditory devices, an orchestra tuning up their instruments, various makeup and set people. It's like the backstage of a play production.
Overture, down the lights. This is it, the night of nights. That one?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, cool. Is there anyone I can talk to or find out what's going on back here?
Sure.
What the procedure's gonna be?
Walter Matthau is there. He's speaking to a young journalist.
So what's going to happen? What's the exact procedure for this launch?
Glad you're here. Come backstage to see the magic happen. Well, it's all scheduled down to the second. Enoch is going to come out. He's going to introduce Charles. He's going to show the people the first Astro Man. Then Charles is going to go up into the Holocaust lad, into the rocket, where he will be piloting it. And then Slimes will come on, and she will perform a concert for everyone. The music that has taught people that it's okay to be sad and it's okay to be a woman. And then, after her big finale, the rocket will go off into space and then land right back down a few miles away from here in the desert.
Okay. Is there going to be anything loaded into the rocket besides Lindbergh? Has that happened yet? Is it already in there?
No. There are no Slavic children necessary in this rocket. We've conducted all the tests that we need.
All right. Unless there's somebody else who looks like they might have different information, I guess that's it.
There are sub-areas inside this tent. In one, you see makeup, wardrobe people coming in and out. Also heavily guarded, this area.
That certainly makes it a place that I'd like to check out, but it might be difficult.
Might be able to sidle in there if you're curious. If not, that's okay. Nothing's necessary for you to do.
I'd like to peek in there if I can.
Make a stealth roll.
Barely, but I missed it. I have a 20 and it's 28.
Still a miss, but I'll say you at least snatch a glance in there, even though you don't really work up the courage to sneak in through the front. The flap that you find is too small, but you see her, Slimes. She's sitting in a makeup chair, hair done up in curlers, that sort of thing. Her purple hair done up in curlers, barking orders at the various people all around her, various sycophants who are doing up her face, things like that. Very, very much so a diva.
The worst.
What do you think about her?
Just thumbs down from me, fam. Not a fan of Miss Slimes, of her music, or of her temperament, or of her desire to destroy Earth. Well, I guess I can't do anything else around there, so unless there's another spot in the tent that is separate or noteworthy, I guess I'll leave.
Okay, we'll stop. We'll pause there, and we'll go to Will. Now, Will.
Yes.
Here's the tent that you head to. You walk up there, and you're gonna waltz in, this is just normal for me, wearing your badge. The guards out front and say, "It's off limits."
I mean, I have a VIP pass. I don't know what you think I'm entitled or not entitled to, but I'm entitled to all. It says here on the badge.
Who are you?
I mean, do you know who I am?
No.
I do a radio show that's almost as popular as the Happiness Boys.
Is Mr. Musk expecting you?
Yes, of course. I just interviewed Enoch Musk for my radio program, which, again, I stress is almost as popular as the General Motors Good Time Tire Hour.
One of the guys goes inside. They look at each other, and one of the guys goes inside. He comes out, nods for you to come in. This is Enoch's tent. It's messy. Really messy. There's discarded food wrappers, cartons everywhere. More of those balled up tissues that you saw in his bedroom at the Tachyon Industries lab.
This hoe needs to enter the void.
Enoch is his back is turned to you. He's playing hoop and stick.
Hoop, stick, hoop, stick. Uh-oh, stick, hoop. See, the hoop got my stick.
Enoch, how's it going?
Oh, hey! Hey! You came to hang out with me, Mr. Capone. That's super cool. You want next?
Yeah, I mean, I've come to hang out with you, but also to express my slight reservations about this whole rocket launch and your relationship with Grimes. I mean, I don't want to talk out of turn here or anything, but, brethren over heathrin, as I always say. And, after I got done with your interview, I did wind up basically watching your girlfriend, in a sexual congress with another man, and to be more specific, the Chadwick guy. So I'm wondering, what's going on here.
He looks at you with 1,000-yard stare. Brief silence, and then he says,
Chadwick would never do something of that nature. He's my friend. He isn't a carnal man, and neither is Slimes, of course. She is a woman of fidelity, a woman of integrity. She gets very little pleasure from physical interactions, as far as I can tell. My sweet little wooting puddle of undistilled awesome brew, my fiancée, she would never. She would never.
If you want to make a harlot a housewife, that's...
She is not a harlot. Watch your tongue, Professor.
If I had 3 hours to take a photograph of them, doing the deed, I would have. But I'm telling you here, as your friend or as a guy who's known you for a few days, she's no good. She's bad. Bad news.
Are you saying you watched them do the deed?
Yeah.
You watched them physically.
Well, what else was I supposed to do?
When?
I told you after our interview at Tachyon Laboratories. I walked in on them. They were doing the beast with two backs.
I find this all very fanciful, and frankly, I am not sure why you are trying to spread this calumny about my precious doodle pie.
I'm not spreading it. If I was spreading it, I would talk about it on my radio show. I'm telling you specifically to save you embarrassment.
Why would you do such a thing?
These harlots ain't loyal, dude. What do you want me to tell you? God, fucking thick. Just Jesus Christ.
What about my rocket?
I don't think the rocket launch. I don't think you should go through with the rocket
It's
launch.
happening. You don't understand. This is the apex of my career. This is going to give me everything I have never dreamed of. Unimaginable wealth. The esteem of my peers. A face-to-face meeting with God who lives in space. I will get my Xanadu. I will get my coochie.
Enoch, of what of those things don't you already have? What can't you do, Enoch? Who do you think you are? Someone on National Barn Dance Radio? Or the National Farm and Home Hour? I'm trying to speak some real facts to you right now.
he puts his hand to his temple, looks at you and says,
You have it so easy, don't you? We can't all be lackadaisical sewer socialist radio hosts. We can't all be carefree alpha males such as yourself.
I mean, being an alpha is a burden. It's true, but it's my cross to bear, and I shall bear it, sir. I'm just telling you, there's something fishy going on with this whole rocket thing, and with Grimes. And I'm trying to have man-to-man talk with you right now, but just fucking God, you're thick.
The blood moon is rising. I am about to go on that stage in front of 100,000 of the most moneyed and influential men of the world, and every single one of them expects to see a fucking rocket.
Do you want to look at this amulet or maybe some of the rubies I have in my ass? I mean, what can I do to...
What's rubies? Your ass? What? Is this a fashion show now?
No, I went to the void and I came back with an amulet.
What
okay?
void? What is this void?
Oh, Jesus.
Some kind of lacuna?
No, it's like
Space?
more of like a nether realm of the mind. Dr. Peterman showed it to me.
Dr. Peterman, that crank. The trendy psychoanalyst for idle boyos.
I think you should listen to all 370 hours of his phonograph cylinders to really get the point here. But look, we don't have that much time, sir. Stop the rocket launch.
Why should I stop my rocket?
Because I'm fairly certain it's your girlfriend Slimes and her, the guy who's cucking you, Chadwick, who's probably also some sort of like avatar of an ancient being who recurs throughout human history to, prey upon weaker men and, at great moments in history. And I'm just fairly concerned that this rocket thing is just going to, I don't know, like open a gate into the chaos realm and totally fuck the planet up.
Years, magnum annum have I spent on this project. Do you know how many years of failure have led me to this? My only success in this corporeal life? Of course you don't. You are a mere child compared to me. You'll come here and babble about gates and avatars and expect me to throw all that away because of your unsubstantiated hunch.
Look, I mean, do you want to be embarrassed again? Do you want another incident that's even worse than what happened at the World's Fair? Do you want that to happen?
I personally oversaw the preparations of the rocket, like I personally oversaw my courtship of my special sugar lick science flapper.
Talking to this fucking dunce is just turning me into Lieutenant Cumtree, and I'm just seriously now, I'm just like, whatever, dude, do you.
I'll give you two.
Not
I'll
trying to
give you
interfere.
two.
I don't want to stop you from fucking your peanut.
Chris, this is highly unprecedented, but I will allow you to give a hint to Professor Hackenbush.
Oh, I see a trail of paella leading to this tent.
Over here, Mr. Hackenbush. Mr. Hackenbush.
Why, it's Decretio, our loyal manservant. What brings you here to the Holocaust lab? Thanks for, by the way, interrupting this god-awful conversation.
I'm sorry. I knew you would wish me to stay home and attend to the mansion, but I could not help through my loyalty to follow you all the way here. I just have one question for you, noticing your travels.
Yeah, lay it on me, dude.
Oh, those red rubies. They look so shiny and so small and pill-sized. I would very much want to eat one of them if Sir would not mind to let me eat one of the red pill-like rubies.
Oh, wow. There we go. Decretio in your simpering Portuguese half-witted
I wish to eat the rubies.
stupor.
I see a shiny rock.
No, Decretio, no.
I wish to put them in my mouth. This is the thing that I see.
Don't swallow them. Okay.
You have earned a cage that is 20% larger.
Oh, my final upgrade.
All right, we
Decre-
got, boys,
okay.
we got minis.
Decretio came through at just the moment we needed him.
A hard sell on Enoch Musk, particularly while he's high on the anticipation of his greatest victory.
I know what to do. The rubies. To see the world as it truly is, you have to put the rubies inside you. You have to swallow the red jewel. And right now, Enoch, he's seeing the world. He's seeing the world through the eyes of lies that society tells you.
And we found out these are definitely not suppositories.
Yeah. He's seeing society through the eyes of the lies that society tells you about your snugglepuss and love muffin, when really it's all harlotry.
By the way, as you've been talking to Decretio, Enoch got bored and has been idly looking at some Japanese wall scrolls.
Enoch, look. I've got some rubies. I've got these are void rubies. They came from the void.
These seem like average rubies. I can afford many cool rubies.
No. Watch this. Do as I do. Put one on your hand, pop it in your mouth, swallow it.
You're doing it
it's
as
a
well?
festival, yeah. I'll do it if you do it, Enoch. Come on, man.
I suppose it's a special occasion.
It's the Holocaust, lad. If we can't swallow rubies here, then where can we?
Ha ha! Well put. I knew you'd mellow out because you're cool, like me. Hopefully, taking this beautiful little red ruby and just swallowing it will put an end to your mad ravings about my darling Cuddleby and all of your other crazy theories.
Here's what happens. You both take the rubies. You feel different. At first, it's very imperceptible. But then it's a rush. First things first. Will regain 1d10 sanity.
When you take these rubies, you feel like a fellow going his own way.
8.
8? Well done. What are you at now, 20?
Yeah, 20.
You feel like you're in control of everything around you. It's very hard to explain, but nothing is perceptibly different. You just feel stronger about things. And you look out the gap between the flaps of the tent. You see a woman milling about outside the tent. And normally you would think, here's a comely lass. But you look closer. She has fangs. She has claws. demon.
All girls now are getting straight across fangs. It's the style.
Enoch, are you seeing this? Enoch, are you seeing this?
A long silence, and then
My creativity is returning. My sense of self-worth, my knowledge of the Orient is gone. I no longer have the urge to practice onanism. I don't need coochie. I have been a slave to coochie, like a common Irishman this entire time. 4 years now. Oh, I've wasted those years. But now time starts anew.
at this moment, Lindbergh marches into the tent with Felix following.
Yo, Dr. Hackenbush, did you tell Enoch how to fuck his son in the void?
No, but I was thinking about it.
Lindbergh announces, Enoch, I'm not going in your rocket, you sick bastard. Enoch says very calmly,
That's swell by me, Mr. Lindbergh. My rocket is not going anywhere tonight.
Woo, we did it.
here's what happens. It's dark now. Chad enters the tent, flanked by two Tachyon Industries guards. Again, the same heavily armed men that you've been familiar with this entire scenario. Chad looks at Musk and says,
Yo, Mac, it's time to start the show.
We are aborting the launch, old chap. Guards, detain Mr. Lawler.
Chad.
Yo, you guys want to detain me? That's pretty dandy, yo.
Chad waves his hand, and the four Tachyon guards who are around put their rifles square on you, Musk, and Lindbergh.
No!
Uh-oh.
Chadwick looks at Lindbergh and says,
Well, you don't want to go into space? What is your boyfriend here on Earth? No, I'm just kidding with you, pal. You're going into space.
Chad nods to one of the guards, and he marches Lindbergh out of the tent. Lindbergh, as he's being marched out, calls back, I'll see you in hell, Lawler. And I'll see you in heaven, Capone boys. Chad leaves. A few minutes later, you hear the deafening cheer of 100,000 people. You hear the amplified voice of Chad.
Hey, you want to see a rocket? That's pretty dandy that you want to see this big rocket. No, I'm just playing with you. Here's Slimes.
Thank you, everybody. Hi. Yeah, hi. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. You all know the words. Chant along with me.
Orchestral music starts up. Slimes begins her concert. Through a window in your tent, looking at the artifice, you can see Lindbergh being marched at gunpoint into an elevator and up to the top of the rocket. You are being held at gunpoint by, well, I'll be easy and say 2 Tachyon Laboratories guards wielding rifles. Musk whispers to you and says,
She's only going to sing 5 songs before the blood moon reaches its perigee. Then the rocket will launch. There is a kill switch at the top of the platform. If one of us can get up there in time, we can abort the launch. I suggest that someone knocks out the guards and comically steals their costume to climb up and sabotage this project.
Better try to do that. I mean, I'm really concerned for my friend Charles Lindbergh.